So we also ask the people on the tour to introduce themselves to the group. And so I would say, I would love it if you guys would introduce yourselves to me and everyone else here. Please say your name, where you're from, your classification. So if you're going to be a senior, if you're transferring in, if you're going to be a junior in high school, and then also something you might be interested in studying. And I always like to put in a little spiel right there. And if you don't know, that's totally fine. We can talk about that too. And then you give them time to go around and introduce themselves. And remember what they're saying, because this is key and essential to being like, oh, they wanted to major in biology. Okay, remember that so that when we go through the science building, we can really target that person and target their interests. They're not sure? Okay, so we're going to talk about academic exploration program and how that's okay and how you don't have to have your major declared until you're a junior, things of that sort. Also, if you're looking on your tour, everyone's interested in the sciences, but no one's interested in fine arts. You're going to know, like, okay, so spend way less time talking about fine arts and spend way more time talking about sciences, things of that sort, so you can adapt to the people on your tours. And then you just begin. Our first stop is main building. So I love starting and just being like, we just came out of main building. It's our original university was located inside. The entire university was in this one building, and it was an all-boys school. So I like to say that boys and fire don't mix, because actually in 1903 they succeeded in burning down over 80% of main building. So after that they rebuilt it, and that's when they established these red doors. And then I like to talk about the new traditions. Do you guys know about the legacy walks? Yes? Has anyone participated? People that are just sophomores? Cool. So I say as a new student, I never say as a freshman, because some people are transfers. So as a new student, we have a tradition called the legacy walk. It's the move-in weekend right before the start of classes, and you'll walk throughout campus in a symbolic tradition, and you'll walk up the stairs and enter the red doors to symbolize your entry into St. Edward's. And then it'll be followed by a medallion ceremony, where you'll receive your St. Edward's medallion, and students keep that all throughout their college experience, and they wear it again at graduation. And I say on the flip side of that, we have another tradition called the senior send-off, and that's the Friday before everyone graduates, and the seniors are in their caps and gowns, and all their families and friends are out here, and they do a legacy walk again, and they walk up the back and out of the red doors to symbolize their leaving of the university, and it's followed by a reception out here on the lawns. So you just give them a quick little spiel of the traditions and the fun feelings that they can have at St. Ed's. And then I say today, main building houses some important offices. We just came from admissions, but it also has student financial aid and services, one floor above. And also on the ground floor, there's a full functioning post office. So parents, you can send your children the care packages. Students, you've got to be sure to remember to send mom the birthday card. You can make small talk and fun, non-scripted sounding things of that sort. We don't want any of what you're saying, even though a lot of it is you're going to say the same thing every single tour. It doesn't want to sound redundant or overly done, because it's the first time they're hearing it. So you should act like it's the first time you're saying it too, with that same enthusiasm and energy. So I talk about main building, and then I also say, obviously we have this gorgeous view of downtown. We're right here in the heart of Austin, really so close to the downtown, the Capitol area, right on South Congress Avenue, which is historic and a famous street here in Austin. And I say being right here on the hilltop is where we get the name for our mascot. Here at St. Ed's, we're the Hilltoppers. I always like to make a little joke. It's kind of cheesy, but I like saying that's the goats. If you want to sound a little bit more tough, it's the Rams. Some people chuckle at that one. And then I also show them our hand sign. So not only am I wearing the shirt, but I don't wear this every time. So I like to say, this is our hand sign. If you see someone doing this to you on campus, don't freak out. They're just trying to welcome you into St. Ed's, so you can do it back. And a lot of people are trying to practice and figuring it out. So it's fun just to give them that background as well. Do you guys have any questions about main building or anything that you talk about and introduce yourself in this area?